Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all are doing fine. I'm Swastika Mandal, and today I'll be your host. I'm honored to inform you all that today we have crossed our seventh milestone of the journey. Like 7 years back, Dr. Gopalakrishna Ramaswamy, our CEO and founder, also known as Dr. Gopi, has set a vision like to innovate, to lead, to make a difference in the world of precision medicine. The dedication, creativity, and hard work of all the team members, along with Gopi sir, have been the driving force behind our growth. All our distinguished guests, clients, partners, and employees, thank you so much for being a part of this journey and also to attending this webinar to make this occasion much more memorable. I would like to welcome our founder and CEO, Dr. Gopi, to say a few words.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining the special day today. So, in fact, it happened on the August 25th. So, August 25th was Sunday, so we planned on 28th today. So, it's the 7th anniversary we are celebrating. So, what I thought was I thought I'll do have some reflections on then what we are going to, what we are doing presently, and then what we are going to do in the future. So, kind of a journey thing. Next 10 minutes, I'm going to explain what we have done at this point, and then what we are planning in the future. So, that's what a small presentation I'm going to show. So, hope everyone can see my presentations just coming up. Can you see Swastika?
Not yet.
Okay, should I share anything? Just a minute. Can you see?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Yeah. Yeah. Once again, welcome everyone for the 7th anniversary webinar. So this is just a small 10 minutes thought of how we started and then what we are doing and then what we are looking forward. So that's what I call reflections and looking forward here. So after doing a lot of technical work and being a scientist, so um, when we learn a lot of stuff, you also get bored of certain stuff. So, in the sense, what is the next thing you have to do in your life? You keep looking at. So, that's where the bug of entrepreneurship started for me around 2015-16. So everyone thinks, okay, it's a cool thing. Entrepreneurship is, and then probably even I thought it's a nice thing to do, but it's not so easy. It's not difficult also unless you get into that. You will never know. So what is that when you start a company? What is that you are looking for? Something you have to do. Different things you need to do, or doing things differently. These two things we always look at. So some people they say the same thing you can do differently and then give a value to the customer. Some people always say you have to be a different things also. You have to do different things to differentiate from others. So sometimes we have done both of them. I'll explain what next 3-4 slides regarding that. So when 2016 when I registered the company, it's around 25th November 2016. We were looking at what is that new thing we need to do in India. So it's so since I had come from the genomics area, so we had thought of, okay, genomics is kind of a saturating that. How do we develop the products? How do we enable the people to develop the products? These are the things which we got in our mind. So when I started discussing with the potential customers and all those things, they came up with the idea also, thinking that translation research is the key thing in the future if the products have to be developed. Again, you can see in our many of our presentations and all those places, and even in our website, you can see 3 things clearly: imagine, innovate, and impact. What I believe here is everything should have a purpose. So you need to have a imagination to innovate and innovate to impact. So there are three colors we use regularly in our branding. Uh, so that's the one, green one and the gray one, and then also the blue one. So our aim is to look at what is present and then how we can translate certain things, and then how we can take from bench to the bedside and then make an impact with that. So that's where we started looking at imagine and innovate and impact. So with many of the mentors and discussing with multiple people, so there were already a lot of NGS machines were there in India, and then people were competing with each other. So that's where we wanted to do some different things and also the different way. That's where I found technology called encounter technology. So you can do the targeted gene expression, especially for the translation research and also the preclinical work. That's where we adopted this technology, and then next 5 years we did fantastic work in this direction. So just to before coming back to the thing, so when you put all your savings and everything, then you hope for the best, and also there will be always cautious thing in saying that prepare for the worst also. So unless you do, you will never know. So that's what the thing is. So sometimes we got into a kind of a when we started the work, a lot of people promise multiple things, saying that okay, we will give you the place and all those stuff. But it doesn't happen. As soon as you start, you'll realize it's not so easy. So that's where a friend of mine who's Anurag Vashne, he had a couple of months off from his transition of the another company. So he joined with me, and then we both started constructing the place. So that's where the joy of building a nest. So you look for a place to find certain incubation facility and all those things, but it didn't happen the way we were expecting. So that's where we started working, and then started building the operations. So you can see in the tempo which I'm driving, so that I have kept that picture because you'll, as an entrepreneur, when you're starting, a lot of the times you'll never know what's going to come, what's the expected thing. So we hired a tempo traveler, but he was completely drunk. We were bringing the material, so I had to take care of the certain things at the time. So this is what an example of an entrepreneur journey. So just when you start, you think everything is going to be okay, but there are unexpected things will happen, and then you need to build, and you need to be ready to do anything and everything as an entrepreneur. So our family and friends, quite a bit of people supported me to start this. I'm very grateful to all of them. I'm so fortunate that in fact my father and then my mentor, they both inaugurated the facility. I see that's one of the best day in my life, to look at my both parents, in the sense one is a biological parent, another one is a kind of epigenetic parent. If you look at it, a lot of the times we start working like our mentor because of some of the adaptability. We look at it and then how they do the work and all this. So that helped me quite a bit to navigate as an entrepreneur. So that is, once you build the nest, okay, what is the next thing you need to do? It's getting the customer is not so easy. Whoever said, like for example, when I started company, I was thinking I know 3,000 people, 300 projects I can get easily. It's not so easy to do that. So as soon as people have to get solutions and services from you, they look at multiple things. So, but we were fortunate to start this, and then working with the precision medicine community. Quite a bit of people helped me in the beginning. Indian Institute of Science, St. John's with Jyoti Prabhu and other people who are working, Rutgers, to name few, but there are many industries, and then as well as the academic collaborators have helped us to take this forward. So again, are we useful to the scientific community? If you're not useful, you will disappear in a couple of years. In fact, many people, they say you need to show your strength by at least working 5 to 7 years, providing certain solutions on the whatever the company is aiming to do that. So I think that's one thing which we have done. 7 years we are in the market, and then we have built the trust for the scientific community. So what do we do something different, and then what we are doing something differently? There are a lot of things. So gene expression, many people do it, but we do on the encounter majority of the projects. So we have started the digital spatial profiling last couple of years before. That is one of the really hot area which is coming up in multiple ways. That's the theme of the talks today. Then we also do cell line authentication. There are a lot of the times your good samples, if you don't have, you're not going to get good results. So that is the reason we provide the best extraction services also. We have a fantastic bioinformatics team where we look at things differently. So that's what I was telling you. So doing the same thing but differently, you look at it and then give the right solution. So we also do a lot of custom solutions depending on the need of the customer. So this is the kind of the 6 to 7 core stuff we are doing at this point. So in addition to that, we also provide regular genomic solutions, including the whole genome sequencing, transcriptomics, and all those things with advanced analytics to look at it. So we have at this point, we have done around like 250 plus projects with the multiple clients. And then around 25 publications have come out of this, our effort. And 50% of the business we work with the industry. If you look at it, industries, majority of the time they don't publish, they do either patenting or they work as a proprietary research work. So this is one thing I always remember, never forget your first or any customer. I remember the first order we got from Dr. Nagasuma Chandra from IIC. Before we installed the machine, she gave the PO. So that indicates the trust we have developed with multiple customers. So this is just a glimpse of the clients with whom we are working. This is in fact not updated one, so I'm not done good work on that. So we will be we have done more clients, and then this is just a representative client in this case. So if you look at it, a company could be is nothing but a group of people. If you see that, the team is the most crucial part. You can have multiple dreams and then big dreams and all those things, but unless you have a good team, you will never be able to do it. So it's around 2017 we started. 2017 August 25th we started. There is a past and present team, both are there. So it's if you look at it, we have probably some 2-3 TBs of pictures in multiple places we have gone, and then we have done really people have enjoyed working with us. So it could be just a holy festival, or somebody is having some small function, or leaving the company. That also we celebrate, and then we make sure that they go in the right direction. This is the 50th run where, in fact, Jay Manigandan, who was instrumental in selling the machine to me, he was there part of the 50th run celebration. So this is an annual meeting. Like this, multiple things we have. This is one of the Deepavali festival we have celebrated. So this is the last year, March 31st, when we completed. We had a small get together with Harish and his family. So this is what. So it's like a small family, around 15 people. We are really enjoying the journey. But I'm sure soon it will be more than 100 people will be going. So it's a journey, and we need to find a good co-passengers. Otherwise, it's very difficult to have that journey. So we are fortunate to have fantastic co-passengers at this point. So it's the team is there doing great things, and then we have great customers as well as the collaborators working with us to solve the problem. I think the NanoString now it went through a difficult time, but now they are part of the broker. We work with our targeted gene expression spatial profiling. So work. Then in addition to nanostring, we work with many companies. In fact, Thermo Fisher, Kaj, and all those companies we regularly work with them. Like many of the partners like at Genome and other people also we work with them. So we are fortunate to have more partners in this direction. And then we are looking at the future is what is going to look like. It could be we are looking at single cell sequencing partner and also single cell spatial partners to move forward. So, and then recently we have signed up with providing their fantastic product from an Origin Biotech and then their solutions in India. So it's a Canadian company, but they're really the fantastic products they have. We use regularly, and we thought many customers also should use this, and then we have signed up with them, and then we are going to be working with them closely. This is the last slide. So thank you everyone for being part of our special day. I thank, in fact, this recently our team just did a small cake cut at this last 26th, in fact, 2 days before it, they did it. I really thank all the people who have joined to be part of this small celebration as well as the webinar. I thank again Kevin and then Dr. Jyoti to be part of this talk. I'll hand over to Swastika, and then any question is there, we can always discuss that. Thanks a lot.